Namaskar. Good morning, dear students. Today's date is 9th July 2020, day Thursday. Today we are going to start our new chapter, Unit 6, Myths and Legends. In this unit, let's see what is the content. What are myths and legends? Are they old imaginary stories that are told to entertain people, or do they have a shred of truth in them? There is something beyond the magic, miracles, and wonder of these fanciful tales that is not completely imaginary and detached from the truth. Getting started, legend tell of a creature named the Sphinx that lived near the ancient Greece city of Thebes. It is said to have guarded the entrance to the city and asked the travelers riddles to allow them passage. Solve the Sphinx riddles and let the Sphinx allow you the passage to the unit. See here the riddle. There are two sisters. One gives birth in the other, and she in turn gives birth to the first. Here's a hint for you. The names of the two sisters are a pair of antonyms. So what can be? Which thing gives birth to other and in return the other gives birth to the first one? Yes, it's night and day or day and night. After day, night comes. After night, day comes. So this circle is called the riddle of the Sphinx bird. Let's see next one. Icarus and the Great Fall. Listening skill. I have listening text with me. Let's see from it. Once upon a time, the Greeks and the Trojans had been at war for 10 years. The Greeks wanted to capture the city of Trojan called Troy. No one knew how to end the war. One day, Odysseus, a Greek general, hatched a plan to end the war. He told the Greeks to stop fighting and build a giant wooden horse. They left the wooden horse at the gates of the city of Troy and went away to hide. The Trojans thought the Greeks had surrendered and left the horse as a gift for them. They brought the horse inside and spent the night celebrating their victory. When they all fell asleep, the belly of the wooden horse opened and the Greek soldiers came out of it. They silently opened the city gates and let every Greek soldier inside. This how Greeks defeated Trojans and captured the city. Now let's answer few questions based on the listening text. Choose the correct options. The Trojans and the Greeks had been at war for dash years. 5 years, 5 months, 10 months, 10 years. So fourth option is the correct answer, 10 years. B question. The city of the Trojans was called what? Trojan city, the Republic of Trojans, Tyre or Troy. So Troy is the correct answer, option number 4. C. To drive away means what? The meaning of to drive away, to invite someone, to go for a drive with someone, to make someone go away, or to look for a way out. Third option is the correct answer, to make someone go away. Now D. The Greeks built a giant horse. Statue, tank, horse or bull. Here horse is the correct answer. E. To hatch a plan means the same as dash, to come up with an idea. First option is the correct answer. You have to write all these answers in the blanks like me and tick also. I hope this will help you to write in good handwriting. Now let's see phonics fun. Sound S and K. Read the poem aloud and pay attention to the sound of the highlighted words. Cynthia rides her cycle round and round in the city center and playground. She sees candies, cakes and cookies, sailors on her way. But she never buys any sweets, for she is afraid of having cavities. The letter C has two sounds, S sound in words such as city and K sound in words such as cake. When C comes before the letters E, I and Y, it has the S sound. In other cases, it has the K sound. Remember, when C comes before the letters E, I and Y, Cynthia, cycle, center, city, then it has the sound S. In other cases, it has the sound K. Question 1. Read the words given below. Underline the words with the S sound and circle the ones with the K sound. Cut, card, coin, uncle, catch are the K sound words. And sail, face, twice, silence, office, cement and celebrate are the words with S sound. Look at the pictures and complete their names. Circle the letter C with the sound S and underline the one with K sound. Circus, ice, cat, dance, coin, then circle, carrot and comb. This is how we learn the sound S and K. Now let's see the language ladder, clauses and phrases. A clause is a group of words that has a subject and a verb / predicate. The Trojans built a wall. The Trojans means subject. Built a wall is the predicate. The clause itself stands as a complete sentence. It is an independent clause. The clause itself stands as a complete sentence. It is an independent clause. The following sentences has two clauses. The Trojans built a wall and the Greeks could not break through it. The first clause expresses a complete thought, so it is an independent clause. If clause. When we want to talk about conditions or possibilities, we use the word if. It is called the if clause or conditional clause. If we get inside the city, the war will end. The war will end if we get inside the city. We use the if clause to talk about three types of conditions. Let's see what conditions. First one, a condition that is possible and is likely to happen. This is called the first conditional. Simple present tense in if clause. If we get inside the city, the war will end. If the Trojans don't open the city gates, we will go back home. We use will plus verb in the other clause. Second condition, a condition that is impossible and unlikely to happen. This is called the second conditional. Simple past tense in if clause. If I had super strength, I would break down the gates. If the wall was shorter, I would jump over it. Use would plus verb in other clause. A condition that is away true. always true, such as facts and general truths. This is called the zero conditional simple present tense in if. If a rat sees a cat, it runs away. If we heat ice, it melts. Use simple present tense in the other clauses. Phrases. A phrase is a group of words. It acts as a single part of speech and can never stand alone as a sentence. For example, a big wall, an empty temple, a clever man. Phrases can be divided into categories according to their function in a sentence. Noun phrase. Phrases that work like a noun are called noun phrases. Noun phrases contain a noun with a determiner, a quantifier, or a determiner with an adjective. A lot of soldiers fought in the war. The Trojans had built a big wall. Let's see the next part. Adjective phrase. Phrases that work like an adjective are called adjective phrases. Adjective phrases always contain an adjective. The wall that the Trojans built was very tall. The Trojans wore dark brown uniforms. Alright, so I will share reference video and we will see these phrases in detail at the last. Alright, now pre-reading. What is your idea of freedom? Many of us want to live a life without any restrictions, but anything without limit is dangerous. Have you heard the idiom, "Don't fly too close to the sun"? What does it mean? Is it related to the idea of freedom and responsibility? Why do you think so? Discuss in the class. Yes, it's not so good. If we do something limitlessly, then it will definitely affect our lives. Right? We have to do everything with proper manner, rules and restrictions. These things means rules are important to make people enjoy their lives. Without rules, discipline, our life will be mess. Alright, so discipline, manners, restrictions are and rules are very important to create a good human character. Right, now reading. Let's start reading of this chapter. Narration. I hope you all are ready with your textbooks and pencils. On the island of Crete, during the age of King Minos, there lived a man named Daedalus and his young son Icarus. Daedalus had a special talent for inventing strange and wonderful mechanical creations. One day, King Minos summoned Daedalus. Let's see what happened then. I want you to invent a labyrinth to hold the I want you to invent a labyrinth to hold the Minotaur, a half man and half bull monster, destroying my city. Here we have some new words. Mechanical, relating to machines and tools. Summoned, formally ordered someone to come. Labyrinth, a maze. Next page. Narration. Daedalus worked day and night and designed a huge labyrinth. I am pleased with your work, Daedalus. I want you and your son to work for me from your entire life. Henceforth, you are forbidden to leave this tower. I will be providing you everything you will ask for the inventions. This is not so bad. I can build whatever I want and and the king will provide us with anything we wish for. Narration. After many years of living in the tower, Icarus could not take it more. He broke into a rage. So Daedalus went to the king. Your Majesty, I beg you to let my son go and live his life. I can stay here and continue my work. Icarus provides the greatest service to the realm. He will take your work forward in the coming years. Your words, henceforth, from now on, rage, uncontrollable anger, realm, kingdom. Narration. The look of utter despair on his son's face broke Daedalus' heart. I am sorry, my son. The king didn't agree. How I envy those birds, for they have wings and they are be able to fly away from this ridged cliff. Narration. Daedalus vowed that he would be everything in his power to make his son happy again. Well then, we did start working on our wings so we can be off with the other birds. Despair, hopelessness, vowed, made a serious promise. Narration. After a few weeks, Daedalus made wings for both of them. That's great. Now I can fly high in the sky. I have used wax to attach the feathers on the wings. Son, you must be cautious when you fly. If you fly too close to the sun, the wax will melt and you will lose your wings. Follow my path closely and you will be fine. Narration. Daedalus and Icarus jumped off the tower. Their wings caught the wind and they soared above the ocean. Careful, Icarus, stop. Not so high. The wax will melt if it gets too warm. Stop. Careful, wow. The birds aren't careful. They are happy. They are free. I am free. Narration. As he flew higher, he began to feel the warm wax dripping down his arms. Remembering his father's warning, Icarus realized his mistake. Oh no, I have come too high. All my feathers are falling. Soared means rose up quickly. Dripping means falling in small drops. Narration. Icarus crashed and hit the water. Daedalus tried to look for his son, but he only found a few feathers floating on the waves. This is how we have learned this. We have read out the story. Now, in our next video class, we are going to learn the content of the story. I hope it's quite interesting because it is having some magic also. Is it possible for a human being to have feathers like this? No, but they have did it with the help of wax and their creativity. Now let's see what will happen with both of them. Now today, what is your homework? Today you have to complete listening skill, then phonics skill, and then after write the word meanings of this chapter in your notebook literature part. Thank you.